What if I told you that somewhere in a quiet corner of the world lives a man who has seen more than an entire century unfold? A man who lived through 2 world wars, saw the rise and fall of empires, and witnessed history stretch across 3 different centuries. This is not a myth. This is the story of João Marinho Neto, the oldest man alive. Born in an era when electricity was still rare, João grew up in a world without airplanes in the skies, televisions in the living room, or even antibiotics in hospitals. And yet, here he is, still breathing, still remembering, still walking through life when millions who came after him are long gone. But here's the question that makes his story so extraordinary. How does a man reach such an impossible age? What did he eat? What was his lifestyle? Could it be that he stumbled upon the secret to life itself? João's life is a timeline of survival. He endured wars, pandemics, political chaos, and the silent march of aging. The one enemy no one escapes. As a child, he lit candles at night because electricity had not yet reached his village. As a young man, he worked the fields with his bare hands long before modern machines made farming easier. Life was hard. Food was scarce. And yet somehow João endured. But endurance alone can't explain why he outlived almost everyone from his generation. So what is the secret? Scientists who study extreme longevity often begin with diet, and João's is fascinating. Unlike modern diets filled with processed sugar and fast food, his meals were simple: beans and rice, fresh vegetables, fruits from his garden, and fish from the nearby rivers. Local food, seasonal food, natural food. He ate until satisfied, but never until full. And while many of us rush through our meals, João ate slowly, savoring every bite, as though time itself moved differently at his table. Was this discipline? Or was it instinct, passed down from generations who knew how to survive without excess? But diet alone doesn't explain it. João also lived a life surrounded by family. He wasn't isolated or lonely. He raised children, grandchildren, and later great-grandchildren. His house was always alive with voices, laughter, and the chaos of family dinners. Scientists say strong social bonds add years to our lives. João never read those studies, but his family gave him something science struggles to measure: belonging. His days were never silent. His heart was never empty. And maybe, just maybe, that constant sense of love is what kept him alive when others faded away. And then there is movement. João never went to gyms. He never lifted weights or followed training plans. But his body worked every single day. Farming, walking, gathering. His muscles never forgot how to move, and his lungs never forgot how to breathe deeply in the open air. Even today, more than 110 years later, João wakes with the rising sun, walks slowly through his garden, and smiles at the sky as though he knows a secret the rest of us don't. When asked what that secret is, João doesn't talk about medicine or science or even food. Instead, he smiles and says, "Time is only heavy if you carry it with anger." Think about that. A man who has lived more than a century believes his greatest strength wasn't his body, or even his genes, but his heart. He chose not to carry grudges. He forgave quickly. He kept his spirit light even when the world around him was heavy. So what can João Marinho Neto teach us? That longevity isn't just written in our DNA. It's written in the way we live, in patience, in kindness, in laughter, in family. João is not just the world's oldest man. He is living proof that the true secret to life may not be found in laboratories or miracle diets, but in how simply and how gently we choose to live each day. And now I leave you with this question. If you were given more than a century to live, how would you spend it?